Okay, thank you for having me today. My name is Reinis. I'm the chairman of Latvian Blockchain Association. And for a couple of years, we have been working to make Latvia a Web3 hub. And I'll try to tell you my opinion or my version of what it means. Please feel free to correct me. Of course, I'm sure you think some other things that you'll be able to add and so on to what I have to say, but just very briefly from my side. And today's topic also involved talking about MiCA regulation, right? So MiCA regulation, I think, is the kind of important milestone because for all of the couple of last years, you have seen this cloud, big cloud, and basically a shadow of like, is crypto a real thing? Is it legit? Is it not legit? Can you do crypto business? You know, all those doubts have been around in the EU and also elsewhere. And finally, in EU, I think this is a clear signal when in April 2023, the European Parliament adopted MiCA regulation. It basically meant this is no longer an issue. This is no longer a doubt, right? So this should be a clear thing that crypto business is legit and is for real and is to stay here. So I think this is the main issue, and of course you can debate me on, is it not too harsh, is it not too restrictive for crypto, and so on. But overall, I think that's a big step forward for mass adoption, because you no longer can hide, like commercial banks or even some other institutions can no longer hide, put their head in the sand, right, and say that. The crypto, no, we cannot take crypto, we cannot deal with crypto, this is not legit, right? Yes, it is legit. European Parliament at the highest level have said that this is legit business. And here is a set of rules, a MiCA regulation in which you can operate, in which you can work out your businesses to be fully transparent and compliant with the EU regulation, right? So in my mind, it's a big thing, and of course you can go into deeper aspects of looking at MiCA, looking at some other legislation that are connected with it, like DORA and so on. So actually, of course, as an entrepreneur who wants to get a MiCA license in one of the EU countries, of course, it's not easy. You will need to have a lot of AML people and so on. You have to have systems in place and sort of different. You have to do audits and stuff like that. Basically, you're almost governed like a financial institution. So from one side, somebody again can say like, this is way too much. This is very hard to actually comply with all these things and so on. From other side, people can say like, well, if you're able to do this and work in this legal framework, all doors are open for you. All doors are open for your business. You can set up and get one MiCA license in Latvia and freely serve the whole EU. Before you needed several licenses to actively promote your crypto products to different jurisdictions within the EU. With a MiCA license, you only need one. And we are working very hard with the association to actually make Latvia as an interesting place where you can start the business and build your own crypto company. And I'll explain in a couple of slides how we are doing this and how this comes together in our mind. So you guys have been doing a great job of building community, a community of individuals, investors, enthusiasts, and so on. And at the same time, we have been building a B2B community. We have grown from like 5 companies 2 years ago when I joined to almost 30 companies today. Members. We have different companies starting from Gravity Team and Blockwiz that you probably all know, right? Going to Beetroot Labs, which is more like game developer / crypto company. We have even Air Baltic as our member, which have based all of their customer loyalty on NFTs, and they're going to this direction further and further. So we have like NextPay, which was previously licensed in Lithuania because there is no dedicated crypto license in Latvia, right? But now things are changing, and perhaps now they'll be licensed in Latvia. I don't know, right? So don't quote me on that, but perhaps. So there are a couple of other companies. We have companies coming in from Turkey, like Primex. We have companies coming from UK, from UAE, and then some other places that are interested in getting a MiCA license in Latvia. And we are trying to promote that throughout the company, at least the states nearby the EU. You all know probably Gravity team, and the previous Meetup was there, so I'll not go into too much detail, but obviously they are doing great and working with all the biggest exchanges, centralized exchanges, and providing liquidity from them and market making. So doing great. Air Baltic, I already mentioned. This is actually some old data. As you probably know, all the planes, which are NFTs, are sold. So they released 10,000 of them, and they're all sold. And basically what they have been able to prove, that loyal customers of Air Baltic who owns their NFT, a plane, are spending 3 times more money with them than previously, before they owned the NFT. So I think this is an amazing, again, use case, an amazing case for showing how even corporates, imagine a state-owned corporate actually adopts crypto. And they were, back in 2014, they also accepted Bitcoin for tickets, but not currently, but hopefully with the next developments, hopefully they'll get back on that track as well. We have also managed to establish something that was previously, before MiCA, right, and all these things, and why I'm emphasizing that this is super important, because before that, commercial banks probably closed your accounts. I guess many of you have had this issue, right? Closing accounts and so on. And now actually we have 2 commercial banks which are actively going after crypto companies and also individuals. In the next couple of months, Magnetic Bank is also a partner of the association. So currently they're opening their services for B2B crypto companies on business segment, but they're also promised in the next couple of months to serve the individuals. So if you're interested, guys, in a couple of months, you can check in with them. We do support and we do co-organize some of the conferences here in Latvia, like RigaCom. Some of you I know were there, that we had several keynotes and panel discussions on crypto, on blockchain, and Web3. Baltic Honey Badger, also one of our big members, Michaels, and their team, a big supporter of the association. We are supporting them. Also, Ecom 21 coming up actually this week. I hope you're all going. Actually, pretty good event. Again, we'll have like 4 discussions about crypto and so on that we are co-organizing from the association side. And essentially, one of our goals is also to sell Latvia internationally. So we are going to different international conferences. We are reaching out to different international companies, and we have put together like short 2 slides on at least my mind why Latvia is interesting for crypto companies as well. And here are a couple of things. First of all, 0% tax rate on reinvested profits. If you use this correctly, guys, this is an amazing thing. Not everybody understands this actually, but this is an amazing thing that almost, if I'm not mistaken, none of EU other countries have this.
Estonia has.
But is it a bit different?
Pretty similar.
Pretty similar. Okay, but anyways, not too many countries in EU who actually have something like this. So this is a big thing. Qualified AML specialists. As you know, we previously had a very strong and big banking industry, and the talent and the knowledge is still there. Okay, there is no longer that many banks and banking specialists, but they have moved to crypto, they have moved to other spaces, to fintech. Many of them work somewhere abroad or in companies abroad, but talent is definitely there. We do have this banking and fintech and finance knowledge, so I believe this is advantage of Latvia. We do give out startup visas for young companies and their founders. We have the best stock option law in the world, according to different sources. We are pretty good strategically located. And we just actually, I hope you have seen the news, and that's available also in the different media and also on our LinkedIn page. We just managed to get done, and the Parliament of Latvia accepted that in 2025 it will be easier to pay the share capital with the crypto. I think this is a huge step again, because about this I'm sure that there is no other EU state that allows this so easy in so simplified way. So you can basically of course it has to be done in a centralized exchange. So basically how it works, you pay, like, let's say, stable coins into your wallet in the regulated exchange, and you send it to State Revenue Service and uzņēmumu registers. And they basically said they should say that yes, you have this share capital and you're good to go with your company. So you don't have to transfer money to fiat in order to go ahead with that. And we're also working with some state institutions to allow to pay some of the taxes with the crypto in next year, hopefully. So that's we took this also from Switzerland. If you know, in Zug they have something similar. Basically how it would work, you would pay as individual, or as a company you would pay with crypto, and there would be a transfer in the middle, and the state would receive euros. But you would not have to convert to euros or to fiat and then pay taxes. So it's sort of a easier way how to do that. Of course, we have not come as far for the state to be interested of having like a tax revenue of crypto, not there yet, but step by step, you know, we're starting with this, and we managed to do this. I think this is already a good step. A couple of other things. I think also the regulator, Latvian Central Bank, has changed their position, as they have been very harsh in the last couple of years with the banking sector and all the clearing of banking sector that has been done, you know, and so on. But now the political will and also the central bank, their opinion on how things should be done is changing. They're becoming more and more open to innovation, and I would say there's even a push from society and push from politicians to actually become more friendly and not to be this, you know, super strict regulator and so on, but to be more open towards crypto companies, towards other fintechs as well. So what they have offered now, there's a pre-licensing for MiCA license. So how it works, basically, you would go to the regulator, you would submit, if you want to get for your company a MiCA license, you would submit a business plan, you would submit your AML and so on procedures, you would submit a source of funds, and basically discuss those major issues with them. And if they say you're good to go, they understand what you do and how you do it, then you have to submit the whole package of documentation, and they promise to give you a license in 3 months from that moment. And 3 months is actually very fast. If you compare it to other like, I don't know, Germany or something, you might wait for a year or a year and a half to actually get this license. So this should be much faster and more agile process. Although for crypto people, of course, it can still feel like heavy, you know, and you still need a lot of compliance people and understand all those things and so on. But anyways, it's in comparison to many other countries, I would say this is much better. We were also fighting a lot about enabling SEPA payment system to be open for non-bank players and also crypto companies. And this is partially approved. So it's basically approved for non-bank payment providers. It should be available in the next couple of months, but the central bank have basically stated publicly they will allow to do this. Again, it's somewhat similar that we looked at Lithuania. I don't know if you know what Central Link is in Lithuania, but that was basically the system. One of the things how Lithuanians were able to create such a big fintech sector and crypto sector was to enable to access SEPA payment system via the central bank. So you didn't have to go through commercial banks, which often worked to close out, and avoid competition and not allow crypto companies to actually get into the payment system, but enable to do that via the central bank. And so we looked at this as one of the keystones, how we can actually improve Latvian framework, and then had long conversations with the central bank, and partially they have enabled something similar in Latvia as well. One of our major things is that you can unlock the whole EU with the one license in Latvia. So go to Latvian Central Bank, get that pre-licensing and the license after that in 3 months, be more agile and so on, and you'll be able to approach the whole EU market, Germany, France, or whatever. You don't need a local presence there. You probably need somebody from the sales force to speak the language and so on, right? But you don't have to have relationships with the French authorities and so on. You can do that from Latvia, and that's the big pitch. And also we negotiated and then had long discussions with Ministry of Finance, and actually Ministry of Finance supported us at the end on this. So they wanted, so if you are registered as you have a MiCA license in the central bank, you also have to pay a supervision fee for the central bank. And the intended supervision fee was up to 1.4% of the gross revenue per year. That's what they wanted to do, and we managed to decrease that from 1.4 to up to 0.6. So basically 2.5 times almost less, and it's capped up to 0.6. So technically it could be negotiated lower than that. And again, we should be pretty competitive in EU with this supervision fee. In most of the countries, as I know, the supervision fees are higher than this. So also a good step, sort of a good support from Ministry of Economics and Ministry of Finance to.
Do you know how high is the fees in Lithuania?
It should be 0.7 strict. And we have up to 0.6. It should be like
nice.
that. But we'll see, we'll see. At least that's unofficial information that some people have told me. And in some other countries, we looked at Germany, at Finland, and so on. And as far as we know, that those are higher. So what do we do with the association? We educate. We mostly work with state institutions, with politicians. We educate about crypto, about Web3, about blockchain. We have tons and tons of discussion with different levels, right? With the different levels of state institutions, but also with corporations like Air Baltic, with different companies who want to get involved. We are doing seminars with like Latvijas Tirdzniecības un Rūpniecības Kamera, to explain to guys, who have built their businesses in construction or something else, what crypto is, and basic steps and things about blockchain. And so we work in many different levels as much as we can. Also doing some media stuff, so just to educate broader society about these things and so on. So we do lobby some of the initiatives that I have spoke about, and several others that we are in process of moving forward, and we do sell Latvia internationally. Latvia, for example, we had together with Latvian Investment and Development Agency, we were the only country in token 2049 in Dubai who had the country stage. And we were pitching this, come on, if you need to get this one license in Latvia, in Europe, come to Latvia and get that license in Latvia. That basically was our pitch. So the same we did in Turkey and some other places, as much as we had the resources and ability to do so. Yeah, guys, that's basically it. And enjoy a video from Ministry of Economics.
The Ministry of Economics extends a warm welcome to you in Latvia. We are dedicated to fostering an environment conducive to the growth and development of blockchain, crypto, and Web3 enterprises, and we are aiming to position Latvia as an appealing destination for such ventures.
Hello, I'm Chris from Gravity Team, one of the leading crypto market making companies in the world, and we are operating from Latvia. The legislation here is really favorable for crypto businesses. The collaboration between business and government is going strong here. The tech talent is excellent and the community is really vibrant. So given you are doing crypto business in Europe, Latvia is objectively your best choice.
Come to Latvia, open your bank account with the Central Bank of Latvia, start pre-licensing process already now, and pay the base capital of the company with a crypto. Latvian Blockchain Association will help you through every step of the process. See you soon. Yeah, I hope you could hear, and how cool is that the Minister of Economics is actually welcoming and endorsing crypto companies to come to Latvia. Where else you have seen this? Isn't that cool, guys?
Thank you,